Marty walks into his house and he hears someone yelling. He opens the door and sees his father and his boss. "I wrecked the car because of you," yells the boss. "I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was hard to drive," says the father. The boss starts yelling even louder. "Who's going to pay for this now? And for my jacket?" asks the boss. "I really don't know. I didn't mean for this to happen," says the father. Marty has a hard time watching his father unable to answer. He goes into another room so he doesn't have to see it. Soon the boss leaves and the frustrated father goes to his son. "I know what you're thinking, son," says the father. "And you're right, but he's my boss and there's nothing I can do." Marty goes to his room and decides to get some sleep. It's been a rough day today. Suddenly his phone rings and he picks it up. "Hello, Marty, it's Doc. Hurry over to the mall with the camera." "I'll explain everything to you when you get there." "I've got a lot of schoolwork for tomorrow," says Marty. "Marty, it's very urgent," says Doc. Marty doesn't really feel like doing schoolwork. Half an hour later, he arrives at the mall. Suddenly, a car appears and Doc gets out of it. "This is my invention. I've been working on it all my life," says Doc. "Now get out your camera and film me." Doc tells that this car can travel through time. He takes the remote control and the car goes at high speed. "It works. The car goes back in time," says Doc. "10 minutes later, the car returns. "Get in, it's your turn," says Doc. "Wait a minute. What am I going to do there?" asks Marty. "You need to change the past," says Doc. Marty gets in the car, picks up speed, and disappears. Afterward, he finds himself in 1955. "Wow, this place is so old," he thinks. He sees old buildings all around him. He also sees a cafe and decides to go in. Good afternoon. What would you like to order? The waiter asks him. One coffee without sugar, please, answers Marty. Next to him, he sees a young man who looks like his father. I'm sure that's my father, thinks Marty. Suddenly, some guys come up to his father and start bullying him. Did you do my homework? Asks the big guy. No, I haven't done it yet, replies the father. I'll give you one more day until tomorrow, says the big guy. The guys laugh loudly and leave the cafe. Why are you letting them bully you? Asks Marty. Who are you? What do you want from me? Asks the father. The father gets up and walks away. Marty decides to follow him. He runs down the main street and then turns right. Suddenly, Marty sees a car coming. Dad, look out! There's a car coming from the right, yells Marty. He quickly runs to his dad and pushes him. The driver gets out of the car and comes to Marty. Boy, are you alive? Asks the driver. He helps Marty up and invites him to his house. You can stay at our house for the night, says the driver. In the morning, Marty wakes up and sees a young girl. The young girl looks a lot like his mom. She invites him to breakfast and after Marty leaves. Where should I go? Thinks Marty. He decides to go to Doc's house. I've come from the future, says Marty. I'm waiting for you, says Doc. You need to be very careful here. Why, what could happen? Asks Marty. You can change the future now, says Doc. Have you talked to anyone here? Yes, I've seen my dad and mom, says Marty. Marty pulls out a family photo and shows it. Look, your brother doesn't have a head in the picture, says Doc. You're the reason your father and mother didn't meet. What am I supposed to do now? Asks Marty. It's the high school prom in town today, says Doc. Tell your father to ask your mother to dance. Marty goes to school and meets his father. See that girl? Ask her to dance, says Marty. And be strong. Don't let others bully you. Dad asks Mom to dance, and they get to know each other. I'm glad you asked me to dance, says Mom. Everyone likes the music Marty is playing. Now I want to play another song, says Marty. You haven't heard it yet, but you will soon. Marty starts playing rock and roll. People haven't heard this song before and they like it. Everyone smiles and starts dancing. Afterward, Marty runs to Doc to go back to the future. We're almost out of time. Hurry up, says Doc. Marty gets in the car and starts driving. The car is going very fast. In a moment, he is back in 1985. He sees his house and goes to sleep. Good morning, Marty. Have you seen my new car? Asks his dad. No, do you want to show it to me? Asks Marty. Dad opens the door. Some guy is standing there cleaning it. When will the car be ready? Asks the father. There's still 10 minutes left, boss, says the guy. Okay, I want to ride together with my son, says the father. Dad, are you the boss now? Asks Marty. Yes, I have my own business, says the father.